Explain to put the airbox on.
Probably would be good.
Probably not hearing it. Didn't help much either.
Alright, we just rebuilt this carburetor and cleaned it out, so now we're gonna go ahead and put it back on the three-wheeler.
First we have to fish it through the frame, you know, because the frame won't allow it just to fit nicely in. And then we put it on this, whatever that is, the flange, and then we have to put the nuts on.
We're gonna go ahead and tighten our nuts down.
Now we're gonna put the throttle piston in. You know, we have to catch these in here where it goes. There we go, and once you see it touches, you can screw it and put the gas tank on. We have to make sure that these two ridges, so it would stay in place, and also to line up the hole. Here's the fuel lines right here. It needs to be put in the carburetor after we're done. We're gonna put the fuel line on the carburetor, so it would supply gas to it. I'm feeding it in through and putting it on the little spout.
You got the gas on the after you turned it off?
Boss, we're gonna put this on the website.
Got the switch on?
I would crack up. So
And we'll just watch it every day.
We'll just watch it every day? Right, rather than the lady falling off the
It'd be like the lady falling off the ladder.
See James.
But James.
James falling off the three-wheeler.
We get it started, right?
I kind of want to run over there and just
Run part of this one.
Gary, go help him too.
I think Mr. Arthur should go help.
Nice. Is it because he didn't shift?
Maybe.
Where's the helmet?
On the seat.
Oh.
It died in the same place it did last time.
Well, maybe you should stop driving over
Was it choke off?
Oh. Oh.
Alright, so we're out here in the back of the shop out in the open, cleaning some carburetor parts for Mr. Glenn and the racing team. And we're here using this carburetor cleaner. And why don't you tell them why we're out here?
We're out here because carburetor cleaner, it lets out a lot of fumes. It's not really good for you. You want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area.
And it's also flammable, so we don't want the shop burning down or anything.
I've been cleaning this part right here. You can see it's like pretty clean right here. And like on the other side, you see all the corrosion and stuff. The carburetor cleaner, like you spray it on here and it dissolves all the gunk and stuff. So you'll have a clean carburetor. That's why it's called carburetor cleaner. When using carburetor cleaner, you probably want to get one of these to like catch all the excess stuff and like spray the part, but make sure like you're over this so it falls in the container. And after you spray it, you want to like brush it and work it in so it gets the corrosion and gunk off of it.
Well, sometimes carburetors have a lot of gunk buildup, and sometimes you need something stronger than these little soft bristles. So Mr. Authier has this brass brush, and usually you just go around and get the hard stuff like down right here and over here, and just scrub across, and it should come off fairly easy.
Alright, so the 4-cycle engine, it has the 4 strokes, you know. You got your intake, which it's this, and see what happens is piston goes down and the intake valve opens. It's taking in the air to create the gas and air mixture. And then after that comes up for the compression, which compresses the fuel and air mixture to cause a spark. If the spark plug was here, it'd be about here, and the compression causes, the spark to cause an explosion, which causes the power stroke, and that makes it go down, which, it's all turning the crankshaft, and it's 4 strokes is 2 turns on the crankshaft, which in turn turns all the gears and, powers the engine. So next it's the exhaust stroke, which, it's this exhaust vent that's open and it's letting out all the exhaust, obviously, that's why it's the exhaust stroke. Then it comes up, and then it starts all over again. The intake, compression, power, and exhaust. Very simple.
Okay, this is part of the ignition system. This is the flywheel. It's almost connected to the magneto. There's a gap between the magneto that needs to be from 0.006 to 0.010. On the flywheel, there is a magnet, and every time it turns, it sends a current through the magneto, which turns into the current goes up the wire into the spark plug, which causes a spark, and then it helps the pistons move up and down. And then, first of all, there has to be a certain gap between the magneto and the flywheel. If it's not right, then the timing is off and the spark is either too dull. This helps with the current going through. And then this is a stop switch wire in case there's an emergency and you need to turn off your engine. This is a ground wire so no one gets shocked when turning on their engine.